everybody, how's it going? How are you guys doing today? Don't mind this Kerbo swinging back and forth. She's having a great time. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. She is having a great time swinging from the chandelier. Don't hate everybody, me. What? What's wrong? I don't see what's wrong with this picture. Look, your Kerbo's having a great time. Having the time of her life. I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Okay, I'll let her down. Yeah. There we go. Goes to concussion clinic. I've been to a concussion clinic. It's such a scam. All they do is like make you play mini games with a phone, seeing how fast your interaction gets, and like you balance on one foot, and then they measure you every week to see if you're getting better. There's no, they can't help you when you have a concussion. All you can do is just close your eyes and not do anything and let your body rest. It's such a rip-off of money. Guys, if you have a concussion, get like a scan if you can, but if you can't, just lie there. Just don't waste your money. It's not worth it. I was attempting to do a backflip with my buddy, and yeah, it didn't go well. Yeah. I had a concussion for a month, at least. It was quite the while. It sucked. Just lay there and accept your fate. Lay there and accept the fact that you probably did something stupid and now this is your punishment. The worst part, though, was just like not being able to enjoy the fact that you could lay there. Like, you can't watch screens. You can't even read. You just have to lie there. It sucks. I had really vivid dreams, though. The most vivid dreams I've ever had when I got a concussion. I don't know what that says, but got it. Yes, exactly. Coffee cups. We actually were like taking lessons from people and stuff. We really wanted to work on our acro, like round offs and all that. So backflips were like what we were working on that week, and just didn't work out for us. It did not. Also, totally out of the blue, you know what I've noticed recently? In both the Great Ace Attorney and Skyward Sword, we've been on a boat the last few streams. I don't know why boats are such a theme with us for some reason, but we've been on a boat for quite a while now in both games. I just made the connection today. Yeah. Anyways, today will not be a 3-hour stream. I mean, a 5-hour stream. It will be a 3-hour stream. It will be 3 hours. Do you ever just boat? It will not be a No, it will be. It will be a 3-hour stream. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Drippy, you weren't even here for it. Don't worry. It only really affected Glem. For her poor headache. Continue. Yes. I guess we're going to England now? I think. I don't know what else we're doing. Oh, there's gonna be an anime. There's gonna be an anime opening. Are you guys ready?
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident,
I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude
The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
This is a picture book scam. Here's the anime. Here's the anime. Aww.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Yeah, I completely agree, Jeannie. It was really weird. It was like half English, half British, half Japanese. It was but they shouldn't even have a British accent, you know? They're pure Japanese. It was weird. I was expecting them to get robbed. Honestly, yeah. What screenshot? I didn't see a screenshot. Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see any screenshot. This definitely won't be the next background in the next picture I make. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, it's weird to see their voices. That's not, how's it going, you know? Like, oh, I guess they are distinguished people. I guess they don't run around like chili dog thieves or anything. In Big Ben? Oh my god. Coffee Cups, I think you're right. Yeah, I guess this is in Big Ben. What an incredible place! It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. I will say though, I really like his cloak he was wearing. That was a cool. I would wear that in real life. They don't run around like chili. Wait, did I say like chili dogs? No. I swear I said run around stealing chili dogs or like a chili dog thief. I did not say run around like a chili dog. I refuse to believe that. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. That's exactly what I said, god damn it. Well, I see the quotes page is already off to a hit. That makes me happy at least. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. Yeah, we're in a giant clock. What is this place again? British friends, confirm the accuracy of this portrayal of London. yeah, guys. Is this what London looks like? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office in the Supreme Court of Great Britain. So this is the Lord Chief Justice's office? So this isn't the court, this is just his office. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time. If circumstances were different, We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. Yeah, let's just keep rubbing that in, why don't we? No. Don't crush you during earthquakes. That's also true. That's true, Coffee Cups. I don't live in London, but when I visited, there was a lot of Tesco's? What's a Tesco? So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report. Envoys? Oh, it's a shop. I never heard of it. What do they sell? To report the news of Kazuma's death. Yes! And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, we'd have to return to Japan. Oh, it's a supermarket. Okay. I knew that because of a Lily Allen song? Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of Lily Allen, but I'm not surprised. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as a law student selected for the study tour. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer. Oh my god, this game's already hurting my head. Which is what I've been studying for. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to turn the music back down. It's always usually a little quiet during the anime, so I turned it up. Is that a good volume now? Is that? I totally forgot to turn it back down. That must have been blasting in the background. Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here. To have our officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. I hope I'm up to scratch. That sings Smile? Maybe I'd recognize it if I heard it. Oh, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Yeah, I know things. Rub it in, Genie. Van Karma? No, it can't be. Oh. I trust you want to exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. Guys, he's back. No! How else do I voice him? He looks just like a vampire. Not doing demon again. Why not? Everyone has an ancestor. And like this guy lives in a clock in London. Look at his background. Look at this place. He looks like this is a vampire's hideout. Come on. You gotta give it to me. Elvis? Oh. Since I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh, yeah. Nah, it doesn't quite fit. Oh, no. Don't mention it. We're never happier when we're standing around with nothing much to do. We're fortunate. Strongheart. So, introductions. I am Mal Strongheart. Mal, as in like Maleficent, like evil. We got vampire vibes, guys. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Ugh, and I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruto, don't be a mouse. What if he doesn't have a voice and every time his text box appears, you skip it? That's an intriguing concept, Drippy. I don't know how I feel about that, though. I feel like you guys... I think he's an important character. Oh, It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. Isn't that a Care Bear? Is it? I don't remember. I am Ryan Naruto. Ryan Osuke Naruto from the Empire of Japan. No, I feel like I should give him a more serious voice. Well, Mr. Naruto. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Ah, yes, thank you. He seems like he's a bad guy already. What's up with these statues leaning forward? The whole thing looks like it's... the whole thing looks like it's going this way, you know? Looks like we're about to topple in. Look at these menacing metal giants! Giant faces! Each other across the room! Yeah, I'm guessing so too, Drippy. I believe they're... yes, the suit of armor. Alright, I cannot give everyone a British accent because I'm not good at it. I thought maybe they were like the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates. Trust me, you do not want that. I'm doing you guys a favor. You want Chisato's book? I want whatever's in it. She seems to know everything inside that book. No, not at all. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know? Cosmo comes back as a statue. And they roam around in the middle of the night. Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Mr. Sato? This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're ever unsure, just ask. Alright, confirmed. She knows everything in that book. Where did she get that incredible tome? This must be Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble. It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me. I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruto. See? Wikipedia. It feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stones here. I know. That's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. And there's also, like, a giant clock. Wikipedia's ancestor. I love that. But in the cutscene, it was purple. I think she was wearing a cloak over top of her kimono. I think. Yeah, no worries, Coffee Cuts Man. Is this some kind of clock? Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. But, god damn it, guys. But those gears are larger than anything you'd find on a steam locomotive, even. It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of hobby of his? The Lord Chief Justice, I mean? Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they? I'm not sure you could fiddle with cogs that size, and I'm certain you couldn't call him a boy. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs make, considering how large they are. There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm. Fiddle with what? The gears. with the gears. What did you guys hear? Look at all the naughty books packed together on these shelves. They go from floor to ceiling. And they're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream. Yes, a very bad dream. Oh. Okay, I see what you guys heard. Guys, come on. The emotes. They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial system of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Holland. What about Russia? Why do you ask? I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think? Thank you, Coffee, for your bravery. I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned. Alright. I guess we'll talk to him. Hey, dude. London. How's it going? So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? And how do you like London? Oh, well, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here, I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruto? Oh.
We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words.
I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cable supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded.
Oh yes, astounded is the word.
Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san.
And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor.
Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming Great Exhibition we will be hosting here in London.
Great expedition?
Oh. Culture and technology achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city.
Communism.
Yes, Genie. It will be the greatest spectacular of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop.
Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be.
Jolly and full of vigor is not what I imagine when I think of Great Britain.
I think it's pretty close for me. I don't know. It's pretty close.
Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world.
Even if you say so yourself.
The sun will never set on our great empire. Your eyes are gray, dude. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. All right.
Lord Chief Justice.
I love how it's Lord Chief. Like, couldn't it just be Lord Justice or like a Chief Justice? Why does he have two titles? Lord Chief?
I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you?
Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Asugi, if my memory serves.
That's right.
The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores.
That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived.
My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours.
Oh, thank you.
And you're honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. He's scary, man.
Yes.
It's his sideburns. They are pointy.
We're here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person.
They tell me your Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed.
If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart.
What do you have to say, madame?
It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruto here would like to make a proposal.
Well, you Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruto.
This is it then, the moment of truth. Continue the study tour.
The thing is, Lord Justice, I know his gaze is scary. Like, it looks like he has contacts in.
Lord Strongheart. I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead.
Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from our country, there's nothing to be done.
Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean.
Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asugi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand.
Well, the thing is, well, this really isn't going well at all.
He has a sword? That's a cane. But I wouldn't be surprised if a sword came out of the cane. Coco, how's it going? Oh, we're ahead of you? Guys, see? That long 5-hour stream was worth it. We got ahead of Coco somehow. You know, so great of you to stop in, Coco, even though at the risk of spoilers. Don't worry, there really isn't anything to spoil yet. I literally have my hand over the stream except for chat. Aww. I love that. It's looking pretty good so far, Coco. I think you're gonna like it. At least from the little bits we've seen so far. It's looking good. It's looking good. Anyways, I will continue because I don't want to make the stream more than 3 hours long because I'm sure people will get mad at me. So I will continue on. Thanks so much for stopping in, Coco. I hope you have a terrific night.
I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Mr. Naruto! I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I gonna say? If there is someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's me!
Have a good night, Coco!
It's me! I can do it!
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but...
No qualifications, you say, and yet you still claim to be a lawyer.
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Cosmo to help me. And I was accused, but glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Barra. Hurrah!
The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not that you might call a full education. Do you have a calendar on that clock, dude? Does that clock show 50 days? To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training.
I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asugi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on the study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me.
I've never heard it said like that before.
Just one chance. That's all I'm asking. Please.
31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruto. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks.
I would be so stressed if I knew someone was timing me as I was talking. I hate being timed in general, but to be timed when I'm talking to someone? Oh, good lord. So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment.
Huh?
But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yes!
You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asugi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path?
Well, yes, that's my intention.
I see.
Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there, all of a sudden?
Well, it'd be nice if they drew it so we could see, but I guess we'll take your word for it. Very well. You have your wish, and I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you.
Really?
What's the test? I hope it's not math.
So, what form would the test take exactly?
Tell me, Mr. Naruto, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, there's only a Canada, don't worry. Yeah! Yo, Jeannie, I've recently come to the realization that only Canada has math tests everywhere. Like, whenever you enter a contest, you have to do a math test to show that, I don't know, you're smart enough to enter the contest. It's stupid. Like, anytime I would enter a drawing contest as a kid, I had to prove, like, a math question, which your parents would do anyways because it was a complicated math question. You know, like, no 10-year-old will be able to do that yet, but it's on everything. Yeah, other people don't have to do that. I was talking to Glum about it. Like, we searched it up. Like, only Canada does that. I have no idea why. It's just Canada. How stupid is that? Never moving to Canada. Yeah, I don't recommend it, Trippy. Visit for the winter if you really want to see like a glorious winter full of snow. But other than that, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Huh?
Oh, God. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an app trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defenses yet, so this will be welcoming news.
Today? Straight away?
If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler?
Ugh, how do I get myself into these situations? Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart?
Yes. Good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial. Bruh, Huh? You're gonna put someone's life in our hands, even though we're not lawyers yet? Bruh. Math. No, just math. Math doesn't exist anywhere else. It's just in Canada. We invented it to torture ourselves. Math as in, like questions you have to do to enter contests and stuff. Like, Canada does it every... Can't confirm we don't math in America.
A murder?
An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case, that the defendant is found guilty. He will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Oh my God! So they're really confirming it. They're like right out of the box, like, hey, death sentence, it exists here. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law.
We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life.
I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
Jesus. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
Uh-huh. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruto.
Birds. There were birds in the background.
You've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. Just win, easy peasy. Yeah, totally easy. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asugi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
He's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be?
What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test?
Yeah! Let's do it.
All right, then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is... I can't do it. I can't get the words out.
15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow.
Not.
So, it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is canceled. Thank you for stopping by. What? But I said I'd do it! Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over.
What? Yes, Lord Strongheart. Did I click the wrong one? I said I'd do it. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruto. I'm sorry, Miss Usato, but what could I do? It's all right. I understand. You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances.
I made the decision!
But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it.
What are you trying to say, madame?
I think what Miss Usato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment.
Oh yeah, it's a legal thing. Canadian sweepstakes law requires that the third component, winners are chosen by luck, be removed for a giveaway to be legal. A giveaway cannot use pure luck to determine who wins. There must be at least some element of skill involved, according to... Yeah, and so they use math as skill. It's so stupid. It's all luck-based, but they have to prove it's skill involved, so they give a math question at the end. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do the job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice.
Wait, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, was there something else?
Do we pass the second test? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that!
I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down.
But that's awful!
But that is the truth.
Why does it have to be like this?
Yeah, it's pretty much a loophole. Wow, I'm learning things today. We learn things in a ColeHillChills stream? What is this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. We need to give Glem a BPOG. Can we start a petition, please? It needs to be done. And that is you.
I'm really his only hope?
So, what do you say now, madame? Hashtag BPOG for Glenn. Let's get it trending, guys. Let's get it trending on Twitter.
Me? What do you mean? Lord Strongheart?
You could commission a BPOG type emote. Yeah, that works too. Is that the same petition? The next emote we make will definitely be some kind of BPOG. Maybe the blue badger, someone cute, I don't know. Needs to be a BPOG type thing. A loophole like crossing the Canadian border to go to Banff by telling the border guards you were driving to Alaska. Yeah, sure. You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simple a matter of resolve.
Oh.
Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. I don't think I'll enjoy myself much if I know I'm gonna cost the man his life.
He's gone.
A BPOG emote Cole came out with. What do you mean? Why would you be scared of it, Genie? What? It'd be cute. Like, imagine the blue badger as a BPOG. That'd be so cute. I'm sure you guys would love that. That'd be adorable. What else could it be? What else could be used as a BPOG? Me?
He's gone.
The Old Bailey. He vanished into a bat and flew up into the attic. I still think he might be a vampire. Kirby! Oh! I love that! Aw, a Kirby BPOG? That's really cute. Kerbo Pog! Oh, that's good. That's good. I really like that. Would you guys really you can make a poll. Would you rather Kerbo or Blue Badger as the BPOG? I like both of them.
If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruto, we must leave at once.
But specifically Glem's Kirby?
Miss Usato, can I ask you What? Why does everyone want to fight me? Careful. From this position, I can perform a Susato takedown in an instant.
Kerbo. Wow, okay. So everyone wants Kerbo, I see. Kerbo it is. Got it, gotcha. I really thought you guys would want the Blue Badger after you guys love him so much. I will gladly make a Kerbo BPOG. Freaking love Kerbo. Kappa.
I know! Mr. Naruto, you heard the Lord Strongheart. The trial starts to be... If I need to throw you, I will. You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom. If you need to ask me anything, then it better wait until we're at the Old Bailey.
Alright, we'll move. I like to move it. The Old Bailey. This looks awfully familiar. This looks exactly like the courtroom we were in the first time. Kappa 1! Alright, Kappa emote, everybody. A Kappa pog.
Oh, thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 15 minutes till the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were gonna rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver. And there's a
genie, a guinea in it for you. What is a guinea? What is that word? My friend got trapped at the airport in the States last night because they wouldn't accept her COVID test results. What? Paid almost $400 to get a new test done they would accept? Bruh, that's so not cool. What? Why? What was wrong with her test? Does it matter if you're going to Alaska or not? That's true. Yeah, I guess not, eh?
It's one of my favorite lines from the Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were gonna die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege.
I guess it was done at Walgreens. It wasn't official enough. Okay, interesting. I don't know. That's weird. You'd think all tests would be accepted, but okay, duly noted. Who used the same type of test and had no issues? Oh, I feel like that's more of a border guard thing, depending on like who you get. Like if he's in a sour mood, like no, I'm not going to accept this one. Like that's sucky. $400 for a test, man? That hurts. That hurts so much.
Well, at least we've arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all.
You're right.
So this Old Bailey, even this room for the defendants to wait in this grant. Are you all right, Mr. Naruto? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment.
Top of the morning, dear madame, sir. Hello there.
What are you doing following me here? Things are fair to spread, aren't they? Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are yours? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more.
So, how much do yous need?
No, we're just here because...
No need to explain, fella. I've been here myself. So, I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat. Barely a penny to your name. And all while in a strange, faraway land. Rumpelstiltskin!
Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no.
This guy's loaded.
'Tis grand. Let me start by giving yous 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? In second thought, I will take that money. 'Tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you sees. I've well enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Could that much rain even fall in a day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Yeah, that hit me in the eye. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to ya, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is... Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing, man. All you have to do is stand up there next to me. Nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true.
I know. It looks like a bottle, like a really fashionable and expensive perfume bottle. You know, I feel like at the top there's like a tip, just to spray a little out.
I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial?
Willy Wonka! Oh my god, that is absolutely Willy Wonka.
Bluster and blazons, do yous not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names? No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there in the center of London, is another beautiful park. Sorry? A park? What? 'Tis called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot.
I donated it to the city, so I did.
An entire park in central London.
A city of smiles. That's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded couldn't do for the city and its queer old people. McGilded.
That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
But now they've the gall to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with the London police, I ask ya?
Ha,
Ha, ha.
all right, don't pass out.
Mr. Naruto, perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath.
Good idea.
Ha, ha, ha.
Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour for Japan, you see.
Ha, ha, ha.
So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in your hands, we'll do our...
What was I after saying, you daft, is it? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I?
Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering just to stand up there next to you.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
Sorry?
I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor of claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well.
Well.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
What now?
Well, like you said, if you have all the money, but you don't have anyone to represent you in court, there's no other logical conclusion than that you're guilty of the charges.
Did I click the wrong one? Well, you call a spade in the East, so you do.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any offense. I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. And I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't, so...
Is that so? Because you sounded fluent enough when you were telling me what a blackguard I must be.
I'm terribly sorry.
Does he not have a neck? Look how close his head is to his... He's a turtle, man. I can't say that I blame you for thinking it, fella.
It is a little strange, to be honest.
I don't think he does.
Why you don't have a lawyer? I mean,
That sentence almost killed me. What would be the fault of the That would be the fault of the Reaper.
Sorry? Did you just say Reaper?
Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barack von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor. Von Karma's ancestor?
The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper?
When von Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs.
And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused have been the accused has been damned. What? So it's reached the desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in the defense against the fellow at all. You could say he's living a legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Barak Van Zeeks.
He's very true for someone who knows he's about to be sentenced to death. I know. I think he's just overly optimistic. I think he just assumes everything's gonna work out for him because he's rich. So I think that's why he's not too worried.
He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madame. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth?
The defendant is summoned, and his counsel. Please make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin.
His counsel? That would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down.
Say blep the woolly bear for me.
But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened.
Oh. What'd you say?
Until you show me your face here. I made up my mind, so I had. Sorry? I decided I have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident. I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please.
Okay. But I don't know if he's innocent.
I literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
How would that have worked? Asked Ryan after defending himself in the first. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, dude, you did the exact same thing, bruh.
Mr. Naruto.
That is true. He did have Kazuma, but we have Susato-san. She's reliable, surely.
The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Counsel of the defense, what are you doing? She has the power of Wikipedia on her side. You are so right. We have knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. Okay, stop dragging on. Go in there.
I'll be right there.
Okay, is this truly Van Karma's ancestor?
It's happening then. My first trial in British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm gonna manage this.
I'm excited. Who's the judge gonna be? '18th of February, 10 a.m.
So, this is the highest court in Great Britain. The Old Bailey.
There are a lot of people up there? Huh?
The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court here in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the court, the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruto? Oh, yes, what? Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it.
Now that is a fluffy beard. Where's Geekster? He needs to see this judge. He needs to see this judge. This is the judge he's been waiting for. someone call Geekster immediately. We need to report this to him. Santa? Oh. He looks like the Growlithe. Oh my god, he does. Wow. This is a judge. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to give him the same judge voice. 'Cause I feel like his name is still Judge. It's just a different reincarnation, you know? In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt of innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed. This is a vampire. This is literally a vampire. I don't care what anyone has to say. Or maybe this is Edgeworth's ancestor. Whoa, what if Cosima wasn't? Theory. What if Cosima... Yeah, that's what I think. His hair looks like Edgeworth. What if Cosima wasn't the ancestor? What if it was Von Zeke's over here? Cosima's dead, so... Oh, yeah, I guess... I guess he couldn't be, could he? True. The prosecution is fully prepared.
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld.
Oh my god, this is Santa Claus. A counsel for the defense. You appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried.
You really, Genie, you think Cosmo will turn some? I hope so. I know it'd be so out of the blue, but like, I have this feeling he'll come back through the sword. Like this, because the sword was passed down through the generations. I don't know. I feel like part of his soul is in the sword or something. That's just what I'm thinking. Those eyes please me. Nippensons. What? The shroud your fear, your doubt, your tribulation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Ugh! A cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes.
That's definitely Edgeworth. No! Mr. McGilded. Oh my god, he does though, Glam!
Yes, my lord.
You stand accused of murder. A capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner?
Nah. As I've already said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give an opportunity to the young. Even if the fella is a student from some little island off in the Far East. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give to those less unfortunate a fair chance? I like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud.
What a fine gentleman London has in him. Did you hear that he devoted £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please maybe go and play at McGilded Park. That was a very grown-up sounding child.
It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. That's definitely welcoming news. And he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend himself.
Mother, maybe please go to the park. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded. And most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you. I love his beard. I understand the appeal Geekster had for the judge now. That is a cloud of a beard. I love that. That you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Oh boy, that's a lot of people to voice act. Okay, so in every court case then, there's gonna be 6 different people? Isn't it great that it doesn't matter how badly you spell Benadryl Cucumber's name? Everyone knows who you mean. Benadryls. Oh yeah, she looks like an assassin or something, Drippy. So this is a... Yo, the guy with the horseshoe, second from the right, his eyes look like they're both going outwards. He's like a goldfish. Jury number 1. I have to voice all these people. They're just gonna be throwaway voices, I think, because I don't think they'll be coming back. Yes, Mr. Lord. If the task is sent, if the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manor, His Lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
Aha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
Okay. I feel a chill.
Oh, don't mind me, my dearest. My dearest, I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson. Ah, Mr. Naruto, those people are... The jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in the Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors.
Oh, great.
The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense.
Yeah, I think it was a leprechaun. Coffee cups. He does, though, Genie. He does.
So the defendant is ultimately judged from from 2 completely different points of view.
They're going out. They're both going outwards. He does not see in front of you, you know?
But how exactly did the jurors give their verdict?
You know how this is how I picture it. You know how some people have a lazy eye and you don't quite know which eye to look at? Both his eyes are lazy. And there is no good choice. Neither of them are looking at you. That's how I feel. I would be like talking. I would panic. I'm like, I don't know. Do I look directly in between his eyes? Where do I look? Like he's looking for an opportunity to pickpocket everyone. Yes. A soup dumpling.
That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounce your fame. I'm known as the Ripper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread wings in this capacity. He's a vampire. So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstances of which the court should be aware? Van Zeeks chooses death. Literally. Yo, his eyes are scary too. I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruto.
As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. I feel safe in this courtroom with this judge. I feel like he's a good man. I feel safe. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, This is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
We must be the only ones here who aren't aware.
Oh. The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. I have such the urge to put up the Phoenix and Edgeworth Maid Boys picture right on that scroll. Oh, it is killing me. That temptation is undeniable. It would be so easy to do. Be so easy to do, guys. Don't worry. I will resist for now. But wow, that temptation is real. The victim was a maker of buildings bricks, known in the community as Thrice Fried Mason.
Sorry? Thrice?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Oh, dude. Oh. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. The guy in the jury, yeah, that's his knife. Case solved. It was him right there, guys. That's why he wanted to be in the jury, so they would absolutely not think it was him. Here's the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that in the photograph as evidence. Did we just have a picture in color? Do we have colored pictures now? Didn't we just have black and white pictures in Japan? Bro, these guys are ahead of us. That is a well-colored picture. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are. Good lord! Oh. He has a toupee! Aww! This must be the judge's ancestor. He's bald and has a giant fluffy beard. This has to be him. The other one was a late cousin or something. This has to be the true ancestor of our judge today. Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. In modern day Phoenix Wright, we only had black and white pictures. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilda's gloves had blood on them?
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well. All right. Alrighty then.
How did I get into this? I backed into a corner before I even started.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there was only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2?
Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other... Oh, gee, that's not scary. Was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Why only those 3? Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Santa, you can't say damn. That's a no-no word. You have to show the kids not to curse. Defendant, what say you?
Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing. But Mr. McGilded! To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilting, so it is. And when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life.
Why are they always asleep? Why are they always asleep, man?
Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
You know what? I think it's okay even if we lose this because he can't be hung. He doesn't have a neck. I don't think he'd be killed. I think he'd just be sentenced to life in prison because I can't hang him. It'd be fine. I looked in Satama's book and it says color photography was not common until.
So the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, the 1960s. What year is it for us now? That statement of the driver is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaster was fatally stabbed. Oh. Wow, she is typing so quick. Oh my god, look at her go. Ordar! Some of the most eloquent chicken McNuggies you have available. Adore! When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of the compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we'll hear testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Oh. Bayleaf, bring the witnesses in at once. So, oh my god. Oh, there are so many voices. Oh my god. Witness, your name and occupation. This is the most challenging thing I've ever done.
Beebo. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beebo. Hi, I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Thanks, Drippy. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First. Lady First. I make hats for gents. Ladies first. Okay. Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witnessed the aforementioned incident. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right.
Yes, sir, that's right, sir.
Very well, then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. All right, here we go. Buckle in, guys. So it's at least 1880, I think. The timeline is sus. I will leave the timeline guesstimation to you guys because I'm not a history buff. I truly have no idea when this is. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
Oh, that's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it.
Oh, what is... Why do you have a whip? Oh, because he's the... Okay, you know what? That's acceptable. He can have a whip. He's a driver. That's fine. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. The timeline is Susato. Oh my god. Ambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a few questions, if I may.
Yes, counsel.
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
It's a simulation inside a simulation. You're right. As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they couldn't have seen the inside of the moving carriage.
the Mr. Ladies First man is so funny. How quaint. I'd read this civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. Well, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is.
Field trip? What do you mean, the actual scene? How?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
Yes.
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building. They're gonna bring an entire carriage into this station.
Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bayleaf. Bring forth the stricken omnibus. Wow, this case is not wasting any time bringing in ridiculous things. Oh my god, dude, you can't see. Dude. I swear to God, if we have to question the omnibus, is it Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Is it alive?
So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
Dudes. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin. Another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of the omnibus. Jeez, it's so big. I feel like I'm in a museum. And I should point out to our foreigner guests that there is a skylight in the roof allowing a view of the interior from the seats above.
Ah, a skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
Huh, that makes perfect sense.
Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, his hair, I've never experienced a crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. Geekster! Oh my god, dude! Dude! Santa's here! Your beloved bearded friend. Yo, his beard is luscious and curly. It puts our original judge to shame, man. This guy has the best beard you've ever seen. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Look at him! Look at his beard! He's Santa! Very well. I see no reason why not. Disappointed! Geekster, are we looking at the same judge here? Look at that beard. That is a cloud. What on earth are you disappointed in? That he wasn't here at the beginning. Okay. That's what I was expecting. That's the response I wanted. That was a good setup, Geekster. That was a good setup. The layers. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. He has such kind eyes too. Like he truly feels like Santa Claus.
I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered the evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving the omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here.
Let us continue the proceedings then. New Cross-Examinations Council. Who's the hunk on the side? That is who we've just discovered is, we think is, actually Edgeworth's ancestor. Seeing as, you know, Cosima died, he couldn't have had any kids. This has to be Edgeworth's ancestor. Von Zeeks. He has never lost a case. He has taken a 5-year absence, and now he's here again. They got telephones in the 1800s, right? Mine is. Pray don't expect this nipissent stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
All right, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Rhinosuke, focus.
Jeez, man. Okay. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
Hold it!
We'll press on everything, because I have no idea what's going on. Oh god, no worries at all, Geekster, man. No worries at all. You rest up. You get that beauty sleep. So in your last week before summer ends, you get that glow up. You get that summer glow up. Oh, wrong chat. Are you guys playing Splitgate, Trippy? I'm just glad you showed up, Geekster, to see Santa Claus in real life. I needed you to see him.
Yes. I think it was,
playing Splatoon.
I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, that's right, sir. Yes, ever so cold it was, sir. For freezing, in fact. Okay. Everyone seems fine.
And you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct?
Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling at the same time. Parts of the bus, of course, though. No, dude, you're inside. Why are you so cold? Like Batman's symbol, it called me. It's just a beard, the silhouette of a beard in the sky. Oh, hey, Kid Man, how's it going, dude? On this game is when people says, "Wow, Cole should give Kin mod." Yeah, no, don't think so, Kin. There's a lot of people who will probably get mod before I give it, before I even consider you, dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but that power you would have, man. I don't know if you're ready for that. There were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example. Outrageous. You cried whites with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none.
So nobody fled the scene of the crime then?
I can free a spot. Wait, what? No! Kickster. Not allowed. Never allowed to leave, man. You're stuck with us for life. It's in your contract, remember? I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every evening. That last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, just sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, What with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much at the pub on the way home just trying to warm up again. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other. Sat next to each other on the bus inside the bus. Oh, wait. Go back. Fair Play. Fair Play is his name?
And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the garage.
Oh, I didn't fix that yet. Damn it. Glenn pointed that out to me. He was like, you gotta fix the schedule. I was like, oh, I will. And then I didn't. Completely forgot. Yeah, no, we're not playing Miitopia on Saturday. We're not happening. Sorry to disappoint, guys. Miitopia is done and over with.
And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage.
That's right. When you sit up on the deck, the window's right there at your feet. Okay. There was a lamp on the inside, so I had a pretty good view. The two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded.
How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? Miss McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. You never listen. That's not true! Don't you do that! Don't make me look like a bad guy, Glenn. I always listen. I always listen. There is no room for doubts here.
Ugh, I really wish there was.
Hold it!
You actually saw the exact moment it happened.
Didn't I already testify to that? Or our fair dinkum. Hard-working city blankers, not considered trustworthy these days.
No, I didn't mean it that. This is no good.
I've really got his back up.
Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail if that's... My lord!
Guys, I think you were right. I really think he is the killer. Jury number 3. What's the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely, utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or the other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me.
What in the reality TV show was that? Holy hell. Bruh, I feel like I'm on The Voice and he just turned his chair around.
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway.
That is precisely what I was about to say. As the fireman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example of my fellow jurors.
What in the total drama? Welcome back to Total Drama. Total Drama Jury.
What is happening here?
Should be when he gives Kin mod, but then he says that he doesn't know what to do with it, so then he takes it away, but Kin still wants it.
Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With fire? Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw moments ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen. Ugh, now I'm even more worried than I was before.
He studied British law for 55 days, and he doesn't even know how trials work. I know. I guess he studied more Japanese, maybe? I don't know. Kim Kardashian, what? Oh my god. Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Ha! This is a nightmare.
This is set in the past, actually, Kin. This guy right here, Ryan Osuke, this is Phoenix Wright's ancestor. What happens to the... Oh, yeah. So we were on the boat, right? We found out who the killer was. It wasn't the cat. It was actually, Miss Ballerina Girl. She thought, what's his name? I already forgot his name. Kazuma. She thought Kazuma was about to go tell on her that she was stowed on board, but really he was just going to the closet to ask for Rhinosuke's opinion. And so she pushed him, and he fell backwards onto the bed and like hit the back of his neck and died. And so then all the rest of the crew hid the fact for her because she was actually like their favorite angel, you know. And all of the Russian sailors were in on it. They were trying to hide it. Yeah, it was her, but like, I'm not describing it well. She was just very scared. Like, it was really sad. She didn't mean to kill him. Like, she pushed him. It was, I don't know. Go watch at least like the last few minutes of the VOD. But yeah, it was really sad. Like, I was absolutely in tears. Seeing Kazuma before he died. Oh, it was so heartbroken. I think so. I think it was third degree. But yeah, that's basically how that case ended. And now we're here in Kazuma's place.
Oh, that's right. He stabbed him. I screamed I did. I couldn't help it.
Hold it!
He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right. Sir, I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I'd been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was stricken right out from his belly, the huge great knife.
She had a motive to want to harm him, but didn't plan on killing him. Yes, exactly. Also, like, all the sailors, they they put sleeping pills in all the chicken, and that's why Kazuma was the only one awake during the time they were getting her on the boat for her to escape her country. Because we ate the chicken, that's how we passed out, and they didn't know we were in there. And Kazuma was a vegan, apparently, so he didn't eat the chicken. A grim sight indeed. I swear he was. He had to have been.
Didn't help me at all.
Why is she cleaning?
The jury looks like they're even more convinced my client did it than before.
Aw, the granny's my favorite. Those two on the end are absolutely my favorite. So, now that we're in England, we are trying to convince the Lord, whatever his name, it's some important guy who lives in a clock tower. He looks like a vampire. That we can take his place even though we're not lawyers. And so he went, okay, fine. There's a trial happening right now in 20 minutes, and the defendant has literally no one to help him because no one wants to go up against Edgeworth's Ancestor because he wins every case. And so we stepped in to help him and to prove that we can be lawyers. So if we win, we get to take Kazuma's place, and if we lose, well, he's gonna die. And they outright said too, like, yes, if we have the death sentence here. If anyone kills someone, they are hung immediately. So fun stuff.
That appears to have made everyone even more dubious about Mr. McGilded is telling the truth.
And apparently he stabbed someone in the carriage. That's all we know about the case.
If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief, yes, that's it. That's the very one, sir.
I like this guy's voice the most.
Is that?
Yes, counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. That is a blade of considerable size, counsel. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. Oh? The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Uh-oh.
Ugh, please, no.
M, for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded, possibly? Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Objection!
M for M-Glam. M-Glam did it! Guilty! Guilty!
But there are M's everywhere.
This was the blade that was... Yeah, no worries, coffee cups.
Yes! Like in Mason.
Objection!
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused.
Hug.
Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel. I've already sailed this case twice.
My lord, if you'll forgive me, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Juror number 2, go on.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman, and a gentleman's word about should be sacrosanct. Is that sacrosanct? However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Wait, what are you about to do?
Dispose of the rubbish.
Did we just lose?
No! I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
This is a speed run straight to losing, guys.
Not again! That's 4 out of 6 jury members who've proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left.
My 2 favorites. I knew they were good-hearted.
We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But... Alright, I'll keep trying.
I don't know what's happening, but oh no! Basically, if they all vote no, he's guilty, we lose. Also, we don't know anything that happened in the court. In the case, all we know is our client said he was sleeping, and everyone else saw him stab the guy. Apparently,
I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again.
Okay. Can we look at our stuff for a second? I want to go over this stuff. Yo, there's words in the back.
These are scales of justice. They're a symbol of the defense, aren't they? Yes, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind. But if they're the mark of the defense, it would be more, more, if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side, I think. Very impartial, I'm sure.
It says Kazuma.
The lawyer's name is embroidered on the inside here, look. Kazuma Asugi. This was his band, of course.
We're wearing his band.
He had his heart set on the study tour in Great Britain. I'm sure he would have found the truth he longed for here. But he lost his life before he even had the chance to see the place. I have such a strong sense of hope and dreams when I look at this armband, though.
Why do I feel like it stinks? Well, yeah, no worries, Glenn. Why do I feel like this is like a karate belt that you're like not allowed to wash even if it gets sweaty? I feel like it's covered in sweat. I don't even like Halo. I probably throw the game in the bin or sell it, but the console is gorgeous. Why? Also, I want to see the console. Do you mind sending a pic to the Discord? People can't even get a Series X. How do you get? Oh, is it more pricey because it's limited edition? That makes sense. That makes sense. Victim: Mason, 54, brickmaker, cause of death. Time cause of death: 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Stabbed in the bottom of a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. All right, that sounds pretty good. Pretty good to me, man. Yep, he's definitely dead. Definitely dead. These are definitely gloves. That sounds pretty good, jeez. I mean, like, it sounds pretty, you know, like, okay, I see. It seems pretty legit.
This is definitely blood. Sounds good. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with her on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand earlier, a little earlier. Ah, pity. If only he'd be left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
Yeah, I guess it would. I don't see anything else. All right. The boss. Oh, gee. Wow. Hello, Bertha. She's a chunky girl. All right. What can we look at here?
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? Ugh! The scene of a murder is horrible.
Could we just go inside? Guys, can you hold your conversation? We're gonna step into the murder scene. Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, so this is the spot he was murdered on. Oh, that is a nice looking Xbox. That is much nicer than just the black one. I like that a lot. If only I had money. All right, let's see what this says.
Ah, that's a poster for the Great Exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now.
You think it sucks, Trippy? I think it's better than the classic one, at least. It could definitely be better, but at least better than the default, I think.
There's a lot of focus being drawn at the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the proposal of such a grand event.
You're wrong. We just stepped into another dimension and saw a tiny stain in the window. Oh, for its price? That's fair. How much more does it cost? I'm assuming it comes with the game, right? So maybe that's why it's more expensive? Blood.
That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victims, obviously. Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of the other passenger like that, I wonder?
It doesn't. What? It would have to come with Halo if it was a Halo. It would have to. That'd be a crime not to include it.
Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't look like it was a planned attack.
Alright.
This seat has a handle, it seems.
Oh. Oh!
This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep Omnibus running. Feeding tubes, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools.
It's just 30 quid more than the original? Okay. And I'm assuming it would be more because of it comes with the game. So, yeah, it's still super expensive, don't get me wrong, but compared to the original, that's not bad because I'm assuming it comes with the game. Oh god, yeah, it does. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. The price is justifiable. At least it's justifiable because of the compared to the original. The whole price itself is way too high. I'm scared for what it's gonna say in Canadian dollars.
So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems.
How much you want to bet the killer hid in here?
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to store their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
Oh, same thing, same thing. Yep, same thing, same thing. Okay. Skylight?
It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description.
Yeah, no worries, Trippy Man. It just starts to rain. Oh, nice coffee cups. Also, give me rain. I want rain. I love rain. Give me the rain coffee cups.
So, I suppose it can't be opened from the inside cabin at the least?
Okay. Let's go back outside. Bottom. I guess there'd be other clues up top, maybe?
So this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here. So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with the cold air rushing past them. And they have to pay money to do so? Brr. I can't imagine how cold it must feel. That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment? Perhaps that is the real price you paid to stay out late.
Same dialogue. $649? Oh. And I'm assuming that's without taxes. Oh my god, that is so much money, dude. Bruh, that is awful. I think I've seen everything. Okay. And then the knife. Tax? Yeah, I'm assuming, like, Canadian prices never show the tax in the price. You always have to do the calculations afterwards. I'm assuming that's going to be $700, close to $800. That's brutal.
That part is a sheath, isn't it? Are you all right, Mr. Naruto? Oh, sorry, yes. I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul.
Guys, my theory looks to be real now. It looks like it might.
Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like.
Ugh. Yeah, Geekster. You know what? Let's hear it. Let's see what the price is. I swear he's gonna haunt the blade. I swear it. It's gonna be a total anime moment.
Ugh, That looks like a lot like blood. It surely is blood. The victim's. Hug. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand.
Okay, I know they say it's an M, but that doesn't... I know cursive, and that does not look like an M. It looks like a W. That very much looks like a W to me. Yeah, I thought so too, coffee cups.
An ornate letter M.
No, definitely a W.
And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I would think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything. A W? Yes. This is one of those, you know, those turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. I'm afraid I don't know it all. But what I'm sure of is that this is an M. Oh.
Well, that idea was quickly quashed. Oh, what? For real? No, that's a W. I swear that's a W. $790. Oh, $734. Okay. That's still, man. $734? Ugh. It wouldn't let me see since out of stock. Oh, of course, of course. Oh, we didn't press on the last one yet. This one we have to press on.
Hold it!
What exactly did you see?
Oh, whoa. That would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was. And by the passenger, obviously you were referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster, the brickmaker. Hand to hand, then the other passenger had that knife in his hand, like this. By the other passenger, obviously you were referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Oh no, Clem! Don't worry, Clem. Enjoy the lurk, and hopefully we won't distract you too much. You got this, Clem. Get that project done. And then the plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. I like how this guy just looks the entire time. He was stabbed, blood went spurting everywhere. He was crying for his life, begging not to die. Like, bruh. Oh my god, this... Do you know who this is? This is Drippy's freaking gerbil picture brought to life as a human. This is the personification of Drippy's guinea pig picture. Right though, Geekster? Like, the prices are crazy.
What?
My lord, I wish to speak.
Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you, too?
As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse was bolted, as they say.
No, please, just keep an open mind a little long.
Gee up now, Silver Blaze. The finish is in sight.
Oh my god. The entire fate now rests upon the granny's shoulders.
Peepo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what that man says.
Oh, thank you, sir. Too kind, sir. It's like when Morgana becomes human in Persona 5 Royal. But wait, he becomes human? I have to see a picture of human Morgana. I've never seen that.
Hug, this is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man. Oh boy. Granny, please don't. Oh no, Drippy, I always have a hard time spelling guinea pig. I can't do it. I let autocorrect do it. Madam, juror number 6.
Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then, pray tell, why are you to pronounce your leaning? She is a dumpling, Coffee Cup. She's so cute.
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park is called. The gentleman donated to the city, you know, to put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
He's always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right, the man that wouldn't stop at someone, surely. Mother, may we go to McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books? Mother, I'm a grown man. How many Londoners live with their heads in their clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? Okay, I haven't seen a lot of JoJo, but every time he makes that, I feel like it's directly from JoJo's. Like, don't they do that? Don't they make that pose? It's sad seeing these Nintendo leak rumor channels spew stuff out of their of their peaches. Guys, the Switch OLED wasn't the only thing Nintendo was revealing. The real Switch Pro, well, what? No, that was it, guys. That was absolutely it. Whoa, that's Morgana as a human? And he's in bed with Joker? Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how many people ship that. I don't want to look up Rule 34 for that. That's enough. That's enough right there.
What kind of man is he?
The philanthropist, Magnus McGilded, has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one of the very darkest of souls. A Shylock? What is that?
What? Stone the crows.
McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak. Oh, this is not looking good for us. I typed human Morgana into Google, and the first thing that came up was human Morgana times Joker. No! There's honestly potential, but still looks like childlike, which is much. Oh, yeah, no, he looks really young. It's so funny. That's... Yeah, I can absolutely see people shipping that.
I've never heard any mention of that before.
Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madame. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? Oh, that's true. That's true. What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus server?
Zuku Midoriya 116. Yo, thanks for the follow, man.
Dude, we have emotes of you. I know, right, Drippy?
You're not saying that.
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that this creditor was the accused Magnus McGilded. Unless they're revolving, they know our weakness. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts. Oh no. Oh, we're so screwed. Goodness gracious. The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it!
That did not sound like Susato. Like, we've heard her voice in the little animes they create. That did not sound like her voice.
If I might add something briefly. Miss Susato? You claim that the victim had been lent money by the Mr. McGilded. But where is the evidence to support your claim?
Why is there a bottle of wine suddenly on his... Pray forgive the discourtesy of filing my hollowed chalice in a court of law. Aha! There it is! Lord Van Zeek's hollowed chalice! His hollowed chalice? What?
How can this be considered acceptable?
But I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
As judicial assistant to defense, I am simply doing my job.
What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the Debiter's ledger, which details all monies? All monies loaned by the accused. Why have I never seen... Wouldn't it just be money? Is that monies? Why? Why is there an S? Is that real? All the monies. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all the monies loaned by the accused. Monies is an older term. Ah, the testimony. Ooh. Interesting. I've never heard it before. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Stop.
Oh!
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. Because that's absolutely an ooh thing to say. Anyways, what I forgot to tell you was... Oh, you finished it? Yo, Geeksher, how... Now my Switch is useless. How did you find it? How did the third game hold up? Is it still your favorite compared to the other two? A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence. All right. Ah, yes, 20 guineas. 20 guinea pigs. The victim owned a considerable sum. I'm saying guinea pigs instead of guineas for now on. And the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense. Alcoholics Anonymous?
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
Oh no, regrettably, madame. That is the modus operandi of the accused. This guy's vocabulary needs to chill. The last case, best case in the game? Really? The twist spent more than liquor? Ooh, that makes me so excited. Ooh, I can't wait. Because the second game, man, the second game just didn't do it for me. But if the third case is that good, that makes me really excited.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel.
Oh no. No, ma'am, please no.
Still, maybe it's all for the best.
No, 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 no. Final case for the first and second game were pain. I really like the final case of the first. No, you're right. You're right, Drippy. I thought you meant the official final. Yeah, the bonus ending of the first game was, I did not, that was pain. That was pure pain.
I don't stand for nonsense.
Dumpling, no! Oh, we just absolutely lost. Oh, no. Oh, no. The official last case for the first game was... Oh, yeah, that was my favorite by far so far.
That was it. The last juror's decision.
I agree with that, Geekster. I'm glad they used it in this game. Like that was definitely a great moment they had to like make to develop the game, but like they should have kept it. They really should have.
According to this encyclopedia of British law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the proceeding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. And that's what it says here. Ha! The final verdict. It's over then. Oh! There's a footnote, though. A footnote?
All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. Oh no. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections. There was absolutely an objection.
Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense... What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all the members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. Then the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. A summation examination?
Objection!
A summation examination. From which century has that tome of you have there been resurrected? Judging from the bindings, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text on British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. Now I have to wait for them to port Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, and Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Whoa, that's a lot! There's so many Ace Attorney. I really hope they port them, because I do want to play them all. I'll be 27 by the time Apollo Justice gets ported, and I'll be too old, apparently, for Geekster to watch us stream. I'll have hit my expiry date. So, you're out of luck.
Oh. What even is it, Mr. Sato? The so-called summation examination. Oh, one moment, and I'll read about it.
The judge is just sitting there like, can I hit my gavel? There's Edgeworth games? There's games where you play as Edgeworth? Why is this the first I'm hearing of this? We have to put, as Edgeworth stands that we are, we have to play those. And Gumshoes, you're Maya? But they suck? How? How could they suck if Gumshoe is your partner? Bruh! I don't think she's Maya's ancestor. She hasn't been blamed for murder once. You're right, Drippy. You're right. A true Maya Faye would absolutely be blamed for murder at this point. 3 times at least. You would demand the right, a procedure before you even understand what it entails. Typical Nipponese. What is that word? What is a Nipponese?
All right, Mr. Naruto. I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury.
To do what exactly?
Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decision. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed.
Make them reverse their decision? Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. Japan is not called Japan in Japanese. Oh, Japan is called Nippon? Oh, okay, thanks, Coffee Cups. That makes a lot of sense. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really. So it rather fell out of use. Yeah, I never knew that. That's so interesting. So, is that just for Japan? Because I haven't heard that for any other countries. Like, is Canada called something different in different countries? Like, do Japanese refer to Canada as something else? That's really interesting.
I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in his day and age.
Still.
Yeah, why don't they call it Japan? That's so interesting. I wonder, like, where that came from. Or where Japan came from.
I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that altogether, although it may be antiquated, and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruto?
A summation examination. Our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out? Yes. Of course we do. We're not going to lose. A fewer episodes. It's really oddly styled, like very 2D instead of the point-and-click style we're used to, and it's based on the time Franziska was 13. Sofini. Oh, so they're young? Oh, I like that. I still don't... Okay, I do believe you, Easter, but I still want to experience it, you know? Japan is how the Portuguese mispronounce Nippon. Oh, really? That's quite the difference. Also, ooh, Circus Girl is in it? No, she's not. Don't tell me that. I just seen it based on one clip and a few photos and didn't enjoy how it wasn't like the last one. That makes sense. I didn't enjoy the moving around. Mistook it for a beat-em-up game. You walk around this Edgeworth just slaying people.
The fence wishes to assert its right to summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. Objection dies. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection!
Ew, I don't like his voice.
But if it's our right, it's our right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial.
The defense's petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready?
Eh? Well, I'm not,
Well, there was no mention of this lecture I received, you see, so... All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached a decision. This is Sparta!
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decision and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
You rather putting us on the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before. No, I don't really hold with all this, just as lurk. That seems to have thrown the jurors off.
The Monopoly guy's dad. It's his ancestor.
It seems none of them have experienced this before. All right then, the summation examination. A defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe, it might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around.
Oh, okay, this is cool. So be it then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant, Magnus McGilded, guilty of this most serious crime. Oh boy. How many do we need to convince otherwise? Did it say? Why is his rose an elastic? If it's fake, which it clearly is, why does he bother smelling it?
There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have been him.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers, with fares totaling 20 pence. He stuck that chap next to him, just like this. Brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen.
I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far, and drawn the logical conclusion.
You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices for above 4 pence for years. Oh, Granny, please no.
The scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor, it begs belief.
Spirit of Justice and Dual Destinies, I really want on Switch so bad. It's what we're seeing right now with Great Ace Attorney, but with the cast we love. Really? Aw, I love that. I want to play all of them, man. I want to play all of them. Especially the one where Phoenix is a bum, apparently. Like a hobo. That looks cool. Look like a me. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes, that's it, Drippy. He has those eyes.
I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now. Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them, and use some very persuasive language. Just a moment, Mr. Naruto. According to my book, that's not quite how it works.
It's one of those things where, like, if you, in acting at least, if you forget or you mumble your lines, you have to, like, keep talking so you don't have empty space. So I just get in the habit of muttering gibberish. As me? You play as Mia? I love that. Some added hair slick and dualities, which makes him look as... May I add? Wait. Makes him look... What does ASF stand for?
Oh. I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. Unfortunately.
Oh. Got you.
Once the jurors have decided the defense is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then, they've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses.
Oopsie whoopsie, I curse you worsey oo.
In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entranced they may become. A friendship over, no curse word. Then what on earth am I supposed to do? Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruto. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then? Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the juror's own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together.
Okay, I don't like the fact that if they're complete strangers, why is the headmaster of the carriage company here? I feel like he would definitely have a bias, you know? He knows these people. He should not be up there.
And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements.
Me too, Drippy.
If we can, we then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. I see. So it's contradictions in what 2 or more juries say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against one another to break them down.
She grew up to be Wendy Oldbag. No! Why would you say that, Geekster? No! We finally have a good, sweet old lady.
Not right. I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. Oh, a double slap. I have to pull this off.
Can we start the proceedings, counsel? I would ask you take the stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal.
Yes, my lord.
Oh. Well then.
The defense's rebuttal.
Okay. I have to click X to pit. Okay. There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have been him. I didn't see a screenshot. What are you talking about? Can I press?
Hold it!
Certainly. The testimonies we've heard suggest the victim and Mr. McGilded were alone inside the carriage.
Precisely my point.
But could there be some other explanation? Something we haven't considered yet?
Such as?
Well, perhaps that's something we could, all work out together now.
Now listen here. Maybe you don't know how things work around here because you're from foreign climes. But we're here to form our opinions as individuals, and I have.
Hug. Oh dear, he doesn't appear to be in a mood to consider an alternative point of view, does he? No, I'm gonna have to pit the jurors against one another. Like Susato-san said, finding contradiction in these 6 people's assertions is the only way I'm gonna succeed.
Wait, Geekster, can you time yourself out? Would you get rid of your mod ship if you do?
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totally in 20 pence.
Hold it!
But does his ability to recall his taking that night really tell us how trustworthy the man is? I manage all his lordship's cash affairs, so I'm very particular when it comes to accounts. I see. A single penny can mean the difference between life and death, after all, can't it? That's a saying in your country. My point is, a man who minds his figures is a man who you can trust. Those of us in service should swear to that, sir. Does that bench really need any more polishing?
I'm glad he commented on it.
So, if the good driver says that he saw Mr. McGilded in the act, I don't doubt him. The only task left to do is disposing of the rubbish.
Ah, no, wait a minute. One of the other jurors mentioned something about money, I think.
Now would be a very good time to listen carefully to the juror's statement again, Mr. Naruto. If you notice any inconsistencies in what the two different jurors are saying,
I should expose it by pitting them against each other. Yes, let's see if I can do just that.
Who else said something about money? Twitch just told me you cannot time yourself out. What happened to freedom, huh? I put something in the quotes channel? Oh no. Did I ever fund my suicide? I was very concerned when I saw that DC until I understood what he meant. That's so funny.
he stuck that chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
Hold it!
Careful! You could actually hurt someone with that.
Tisk, you're a fine one to talk. What of that sword hanging from your waist,
No, that's just my battered soul.
Well, anyway, I despise anyone with too much money. They're all the same. All stabbing some brickmaker or other behind the scenes. You mark my words.
Objection!
That seems very unlikely, doesn't it?
Are you mad, man? We know that the small shorty is a rotten Shylock.
Well, yes, that does seem to be the case, but
Mr. Naruto, please be careful what you say. If he's been trying to squeeze money out of us less fortunate, then as far as I'm concerned, he's as guilty as sin. The man can hang.
come to think of it, didn't one of the other jurors have something to say about the defendant's underhand activities?
If you thought of something, Mr. Naruto, don't let it go. Test your theory.
To use X to pit them against each other. But I want to see what they say first. I'll press them all first.
Hold it!
What have you been doing all this time?
What have you been doing all this time? There. I should have thought it was obvious. I'm recording everything that takes place as part of these proceedings.
And what have you learned from that?
For example, at this very moment in time, the judge has used his gavel 11 times in total. The prosecution has snorted derisively at your remarks 7 times in total. And I might add, each time you have gaped like a simpleton.
Thank you. And that's what the point, and what's the point exactly? So anyway, madame, are you able to explain why you think the defendant is guilty?
That is a conclusion I have drawn as a result of the copious notes I have typed.
Clearly, but I'm asking you to explain why you've drawn that conclusion.
Please don't distract me. It makes it extremely hard to concentrate on my note keeping.
This is going nowhere.
Or else she's not useful.
You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We have raised prices above 4 pence for years.
We haven't raised our prices above 4 pence for years. Wait. This one's 4 passengers, fare totaling 20 pence. That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. Ooh. Wait, I'm right? Wait, am I right? I'm wrong. Wait. Am I doing math wrong? Here's my Canadian card, guys. Wait. 4 fares totaling 20 pence. Should be okay. God, Coffee Cussy made me second doubt myself. I'm like, yeah, that's 16, right? Am I doing it wrong? Yeah, okay. Jesus.
These two statements clearly contradict each other.
They do. Explain yourself, counsel.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear on Silver's Blaze main name, I have the first idea what you're talking about.
According to the group test,
Ooh, he's walking.
we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beepo, Mr. Beepo, he took 20 pence in fares.
Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me.
And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
What? That it is. A fair and convenient single price, just the way London's carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Feet pride pog? What? Come again, Geekster.
Why, man? Why?
4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication,
It would be 16 pence.
exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. More precisely, 1 person's fare.
One person's fare.
Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about.
Oh, gracious.
This can't be right.
What? Pride pog. It's called B-pog. I knew it. What? I'm so lost what's happening.
Coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures of your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is fallacy. I beg your pardon.
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he let nefarious characters ride on his omnibus.
All right then, how do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end,
Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire into the innocent side of the set of scales.
Hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to go in? Wait till I get my hands on you, Beepo!
Oh my god, that's why I recognize that name. What is that from? Oh, we just hang around here unless Beepo shows up. Who's Beepo? Beepo! Who is Beepo? What is that from? Yeah, he sounds like an Adventure Time character.
Ah, this is all very irritating.
Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same.
Hell yeah. We did it good, guys. We did it good.
For the love of Mike! Not you as well.
Who's Mike?
A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruto. You did it! If we can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue.
His lover, I guess.
2 more, actually. There is something else that's been bothering me about a couple of their assertions. Then that's where you must strike next. So I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertion. Exactly. You can do it.
Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavily on the side of guilt. Nice guys, nice. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination. Oh my God! Stop. Hamburger. Hamburger. What is this? What is this?
They're in perfect sync. There's nothing I can do to stop them. They've been practicing for years.
Let's see what the old lady has to say. The scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor. Stabbing the man on the floor? That's not what someone else said, is it?
Hold it!
That synergy right there. It is. I miss it. I know. I thought that's what I thought you guys were gonna do. I thought you guys were gonna do the hamburger.
I really think you should stop waving that needle around. You heard the good coachman said before, didn't you? That hideous man stabbed the poor fellow just like this.
She's a strong old lady. If she could stab a wooden bench with a needle, a dull needle like that.
Yes, that's what he said. You're right. McGilded Park is such a lovely little place, too. I've always enjoyed resting my legs there while I get on with my knitting. And I hadn't thought that anyone who donated such a delightful place must be a fine fellow indeed. I suppose I was wrong. Whoever would have thought he was a miserable, murdering moneylender with not a scrap of remorse? No help. She's as sure as she can be that he's guilty now. The old lady certainly seems to know her mind, doesn't she?
So,
So we just need to find 2 jurors.
okay. Yeah, just let me go back at them. Oh, you did some research.
Shall I read you what I found out?
Sure?
Very well. Listen to this. During the summation examination, you will hear the assertions of the 6 members of the jury. In this situation, the counsel of the defense should...
Oh, this is just telling me what to do. I know, I've already done it. Yeah. That's fine, that's fine. Never had Wendy's before? I like it when I used to eat meat. It was definitely my favorite hamburger. Wendy's was definitely my favorite. I just really like the taste of it. I've liked all the things at Wendy's, honestly. Like, I know it's not great for you, but like I find it tastes much better than any other fast food restaurants. It was this guy who contradicted someone else. Wait, there was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to be him? But we just proved that there could have been someone else, right? This girl's not of any use. Stabbing him on the floor. Hold on. One of them was about character, I thought it said. Let's listen to this one again. We're here to form opinions out of intervals, and I have. No, I guess it's not his then. So I guess it's the stabbing. I guess it's just like this. I think it's these guys. Let me say it just real quick. Just to be sure. I never had IHOP. The only American exclusive restaurant I've eaten from. A restaurant with banger desserts. You can get normal fast foods there and also get custom pancakes, waffles, and shakes. Oh my, that sounds delicious. I've also never had Five Guys. That sounds amazing. Okay, I'm gonna try pitting this guy against the granny.
Objection!
These two statements are completely contradictory.
What? Explain, counsel. Post haste.
Oh, dear me. I was only knitting a jumper for my other half.
What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim.
You never had what? I've never had Five Guys? Wait, what did you think I meant, Clem? Google, it's a restaurant. I didn't mean like I haven't slept with Five Guys before, which I also haven't done. Oh, that's really funny. I wasn't looking at chat. Oh boy, that is funny. I've never had Five Guys before. There's a quote for you guys.
That they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3. What? Can't you see I'm busy here? Now, would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was this? Ha! Want to test me, do you? It was like this. Sucked the fellow to him without even getting up, just like the prim baker said.
There we go, Jippy. Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true.
Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madame?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, it was like...
The Coltrane 6, I'd miss that. Very funny, Drippy. Very nice touch detail there. Very good.
He stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed to the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move! Take a look at these two jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor.
Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions.
What? Bless my stitches. What a muddle.
Genie lost power? No! Oh, I didn't think genies could lose power. I guess maybe if they get their shackles removed, you know, the third wish is to let them be free. But rip, Genie, rip.
What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility of one of the witnesses telling the truth.
Oh.
But why? Why the dickens would they lie?
The dickens.
I don't know yet. But what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all the good conscience?
Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me.
Yes, Granny Dumpling!
I can't abide people telling lies.
Yay, Granny Dumpling!
The scales.
I don't believe it. Those two should, since they're the ones who already said they were, you know, on the other side.
Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warned you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on us all.
If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all of this?
I was only too scared to eat at Wendy's because their burgers were square. Yeah, because they don't cut corners. They're really good. They're really good. Trust me, Geekster, you will love it. They taste so much better than the other ones.
Answer me this, Dark Jinx.
Huh? Me?
What exactly is the problem? What of it if two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events?
What of it?
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he sat next to him on the omnibus, and this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor, and then the Shylock stabbed him again, and this lady saw him do it. Well, what to say? It didn't happen like that, hmm?
Who are you calling Danny, sir? Why, I should take this knife to you. Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you. Ugh, they're ready to kill each other. But could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the two witnesses see two different moments of the same crime?
I mean, I want to say no. The two witnesses see two different moments of the same crime. It's out of the question?
Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
Hmm? What is it, you Dark Jinx? Come on, out with it.
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
What? What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You realize that I'm only doing my job. As a foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you see this out of the question, then show me proof.
It looks like the only way I'm gonna convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish.
What?
I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime as proven by...
The carriage? They were all up top, right? Has to be.
Take that!
The photo? Oh, because he was, that's what shows he was stabbed? Okay, I might have made a mistake.
Do you know what they say about me, young man? They say I've got no powers of persuasion.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah. Okay, I guess, yeah, coffee cups is right. The photo.
Take that!
It is, though, Geekster.
This clear evidence.
Nope, wasn't the photo. What else do we have? Single stab wound. Let me load. I don't want to lose 2 points. Duh, single stab wound. Okay. Skip. Skip-a-rooney. 28 stab wounds. This guy we're talking to right now looks like how I imagined the mayor from the Jackbox game looks like.
Take that!
This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen. Only once.
Eh? Only once.
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time.
He has to look more cartoony, more derpy. Okay, yeah, I do agree. It's close though, you know? It's close. His nose and his eyes especially, and his top hat there, it's in the right direction.
Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times. Hug. All right, I can see my defeat.
Hey, you know what? Good for you, man. You can admit when you're wrong. Ha 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 ha. We did it.
Wait, that means 4 jurors are now leading not guilty. We've done it, Mr. Naruto. We've won.
Oh, she's so cute.
What are you playing at, you dandy fool?
You shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me.
But we had a consensus.
I said shut your trap. I know a lie when I see one. And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop.
What in the... That's disgusting, dude. Stop. Put your tongue away. Bro, ew, stop. Stop.
I'll take this razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
You've lied. I have not lied to you guys. I said I didn't say it would be more than 3 hours, as in like 4 hours, okay? It'll still be in the realm of 3 hours. Oh my god. I really don't like the way he's licking his... That's disgusting, dude. I despise that. Anyways.
Please tell me he's a barber.
Well, quite remarkable turn of events. The defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. Listen, I don't know what the thumbnail is gonna be until I look at all of the things I've collected and then decide from there, okay? I just, when I see a good moment, I have to take it, okay? The jurors now stand 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the juror for me to adjudicate. And the trial must continue. Oh, the audio? Really? Damn. Thank you, Glenn. There we go. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. Dum dum dum. So, Lord Van Zeeks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please. So, okay, I really appreciate that, Gleb. I'd rather fix it now than like not be able to fix it when it's uploaded. Oh! Dude, what the... Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of its hollowed chalice, it may seem to crush its dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Oh, okay, I guess he's not anymore. I know, never mind, dude, never mind. Lord Van Zeeks!
Brr! Is it cold in here or is it just me?
Those perfect white gloves, stained with wine. As you antiquated tome, no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during a summation examination. So I honored a deathly silence and listened to this charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Bruh. Well, no matter. There was nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. It's kinda hot, not gonna lie. Listen, okay? I know their ancestors are star-crushed lovered. However, I still ship Ryan and Kazuma, okay? Or Ryan and Susato. Van Zeeks is just out of his league and out of his age. They're not there for each other. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of a battle. Oh, damn. Bring forth the witness once more. Damn, son. Damn. Yeah, exactly, Geekster. We can't be together. You're a vampire. Witness. I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure. Yes, sir. That I did, sir. Of course I heard it. Oh, yes, sir. I heard it. You, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Beepo. Yes, sir. My lord, sir. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to reveal the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Mio Dio, Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. Okay, then. Various misgivings. What do you guys think? That was a big moment we just achieved. Should we end stream there? Or do you guys want to risk keep going? I feel like if we keep going, it might go for a little whiles. I don't think that the to be continued is going to happen until we beat this case. So I think that this might be the best spot to lay off. Nightbot is still somehow third on the leaderboard. Third on the leaderboard for, like, price-wise? How much money he has? Oh, like the Battle Royale. That is true. Wait, is there a leaderboard for how much money they have? That's so funny. I didn't know that. You guys decide. You guys diced. Geekster, are you okay there, man? Drippy is first. How does Drippy have that much money? I guess his bomb technique works where he blows himself up to catch the stars. My back cracked. Oh my god. Okay. Well, 608. In fear of going another hour before our break, I think we should take a break here, guys. And we'll come back next week to find out who the real murderer is. My guess, I know there's someone we haven't seen yet, but I kind of think it's the driver, because he's also small in stature, you know? Yes, he does, Clem. He apparently makes hats, so I don't know why his is so shoddy. Like, it's awful. It's brutal. Yeah, that too, Geekster. All right, everyone. That's going to be it for stream. We'll be back on Saturday with more Zelda. Until then, I hope you all have a terrific night, and thanks so much for coming out, everyone. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.